I had just quit my job. I wanted a new experience and I wanted to travel while I looked for jobs back in the US. I knew I wanted to come to Italy because I wanted to learn the language and I really just liked the country. I had been here once before and I wanted to see it for an extended period of time. And then I just found myself in a perfect opportunity to take the time to do this. So I couldn't pass that up. Since I knew I wanted to come to Italy, I looked up places to learn Italian in Italy. And one of the first that came up was this program. And it all just happened so natural. I just sent an email and one of the counselors, Aneta, reached back out like the next day. And like 2 or 3 days later, we were already having a call and it just happened all so quick. So the team was super helpful. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to Rome, Milan, Florence. So I just asked the counselor, Aneta, just like give me some tips on where to go if I'm looking for a place that's busy, that has a lot of tourists, but international people, and also a lot of natives that I can talk to. And then just telling her some of the small things that I was looking for. And in the end, it was between Milan and Florence or Torino, which was interesting. But we ended up deciding on Milano, and I couldn't be happier. It was the right choice. I wasn't sure where I was going to stay, and it was all just so very last minute. I decided to come to Italy like 2 weeks before the start date, basically. And so housing was tough to find, but Aneta kept working with me to try to find either like a host family or a shared apartment. And she did find me a host family, but it would have been in Torino. And since I really wanted Milan, I decided to just find my own separate space. And I mean, it all worked out. No, I didn't have to go through any documentation issues. It was just choosing the place and then coordinating my arrival, and it was just so easy. It all happened in like 10 days, literally. Definitely my expectations were to get a job and to travel and meet new people, which I would say all of them I've done. So to me, it wasn't that hard to leave home. I've always been more like willing to travel, willing to go anywhere. I was already living on my own, and so choosing to come here was more of a fun experience. So it wasn't that hard. So my friends and I, we all went out to dinner. They got me this cake that said "Good luck in Italy." It was a fun time. The day that I got here, it was raining and it was cold, and I didn't know anyone, so I just went to my place and I walked around with my umbrella for a while, went out to eat, and then the next day it was really beautiful. It was sunny, and I went to the stadium. So I've been busy since I got here, basically. My first day of classes, I pretty much met the people that I've still been hanging out with since. I started with 2 beginner classes, but then I wanted to move up to an intermediate, so I talked to the teacher and I was able to move up, and I feel a lot more confident in my Italian now. It was easier because I spoke Spanish, but it was fun doing 1 beginner and then 1 intermediate. Yeah, I wake up like at 7 or 7:30 to make it to my 9 o'clock class. I just take the tram. I have an intermediate one with 1 professor, and then a beginner one, which is my first class, with another one. And I have separate classmates, so it's completely different in both classes. I would say the beginner one is more grammar based, and we're writing a lot of things down, more like paper based, while the intermediate we're talking more and seeing things, talking more with the professor, talking with each other. And then I'm there till 1, and right after class I always go out to eat to a new restaurant or one that I've already tried before. And after that I usually just hang out with a friend. We either go out or go have dinner. Yeah, I'm usually always doing something outside. I felt just comfortable listening, but I didn't feel comfortable talking the first day. But in class, like now, I feel okay with my classmates at least. I feel like I can at least survive the basics. Yeah, it's sad saying bye to the people that I've met here, because I would have wanted to keep hanging out with them and like going out with them, traveling with them. But we'll still keep in touch, and a lot of them are from all over the world, so that gives me more of a reason to want to keep traveling. Maybe I could go visit one of them later. So I bring back, I think, a lot of memories, a lot of good memories, a lot of cool pictures and souvenirs. And more than anything, just happy that everything worked out. Like I got a job, I traveled, I met people, and then I'm going back home. It's just been a great experience. Happy that everything worked out how I wanted it to. If you're unsure about doing this, I would say don't be too scared of doing it. Take a risk and it'll be a different experience that you won't regret. So I would say just do it.